Hey friends! Author Brian Tracy had a dream since childhood that he would become a millionaire before the age of 30. At starting, he used to think that his dream is unique, but the truth is, while growing up, he realized that everyone have this dream. Almost everyone wants to be a millionaire one day and make a lot of money. You must have noticed it yourself, and it might have happened with you. A kid who is going to school, then going to college, he sees a luxurious sports car while going, or sees an expensive car and seeing which, he thinks, I wish I would have this car, and one day I will buy this car and would become rich. Such incident happens with almost everyone. But when this kid grows up and sees a sports car or a big bungalow, he realizes that I won't be able to achieve this thing. With this income, I would never be able to buy this. This is, you can say, happens with 99% people who have this dream. Why? Author says, the biggest reason is those 99% people don't know how to become rich. What is required for that and what is not? Brian Tracy also didn't know that how to become rich, what skills and knowledge are required, but luckily, you know what happened when he saw a dream that he has to become rich. He started researching for that. For many years he researched on self-made millionaires, read a lot of books, watched interviews, attended seminars, purchased courses, read research papers. By doing this, he learned so many things about millionaires that after some time, he became millionaire. And this is, you can say, a simple trick of becoming rich. If you want to be rich, it is very important for you to acquire knowledge and skills like rich people have. Learn about them. Author says, becoming rich is not a rocket science, but you make a habit of learning always, because this one thing would make you millionaire one day. And the same thing happened with me. When I saw a dream of doing something big and becoming rich, so I started reading books, I started doing research on rich people, and I kept reading and learning about them. Due to which I am making more money than majority of Indians, because I always keep learning through books. First lesson of becoming rich: always form a habit of learning. And what should you learn specifically? I am going to tell you 5 specific things which you must learn if you want to be a rich person. Getting Rich Your Own Way. With the help of this book, whose author is Brian Tracy, with the help of that book, I am going to share 5 such things which Brian Tracy learned himself by doing research that helped him to get rich, and if you apply the same things, then you can also become rich. What are those 5 things? First thing you have to learn is millions or magnitude. See, what is the first step of becoming rich? The first and most simple step of becoming rich, what that step should be, author says, you can start it simply by learning a skill. Any hard skill in return of which people can pay you. This skill can be anything. Content writing, selling skills, it can be social media management, digital marketing, any skill in which you are interested, first learn that skill. Any skill in return of which people are ready to give you money. And then you have to focus a law that is called the law of affection. If you have to become millionaire or a billionaire, then you have to do any of the 2 things. Either you have to focus on scale or you have to focus on magnitude. What is scale or magnitude? First, let's see scale. Scale means you have to reach a lot of people by giving your service or product. For example, Stephen King was able to become a millionaire when millions of people bought his book worth $10. That means he sold a thing costing less money to millions of people, due to which he can become rich. This is called getting rich by scale. And then comes getting rich by magnitude. Here you target very less people, but you charge them good amount of money. For example, if you are making a building of 100 stories, and if you see 100 room in millions of rupees, then you would become a millionaire easily. Obviously, this is not an easy job, adding value in the life of many people, giving a house. But you might have understood. Big brands like Louis Vuitton target only a few people, give them high level of value, make them fond of big brands, due to which, by targeting less people because of high magnitude, they make a lot of money. For the example of scale, you can consider Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, who is targeting millions of people, while for magnitude, you can consider founders of Louis Vuitton and Zara, who are making good money by targeting less people. Similarly, you have to do one of the 2 things. And the author DJ DeMarco tells in his book through an equation, which is called profit equation, where he says that net profit is equals to units sold, which you can call scale, x unit profit, which you can call magnitude. The more your scale and magnitude is, the more profit you can make and become rich. When MJ DeMarco was working on his website, he focused on these 2 things. due to which you can say he became very rich. And this is the first lesson you have to understand. See, I talked about skills in this lesson. In second lesson, let me tell you those most important skills which you must learn if you want to be rich quickly. 2 most important skills to be a millionaire. When the author Brian Tracy was doing research on millionaires and billionaires, he noticed some similarities in them. He noticed that most of the millionaires belonged to a poor family, and some of them didn't even finish their college, they weren't even graduate. Some of them were immigrants who started their life from scratch. They had problems while speaking, their language was not so good. But still they were able to become millionaire, because all of them had some things common. In fact, an 80% self-made millionaires had one common skill, and that was the skill of selling or the skill of entrepreneurship. They knew how to sell things, whether it is a product or service. They were able to sell their product service very well, due to which they became rich. In fact, according to a special report of The Economist which was published on Global Leaders, it was told in that report 47% of the total billionaires are business owners. Rest of them become millionaire because of investing, high-profile jobs, or family wealth. But here, the fact was that almost half millionaires become millionaire by doing businesses, and the most important thing to make a hit business is the ability to sell a product. Sometimes you must have seen yourself the product is not so good, but because they have good selling skills, they make millions of rupees from them. So, the first is, learn selling skill. And to learn this skill, there is a very good book named Spin Selling, whose whole video book we have created, and you will get it on our platform. And if you don't know, let me tell you first, we were selling the book Spin Selling in 1500 rupees on our platform, have sold in 2000 rupees also, but now what we are doing, all the books we have created and the 24 to 48 new books in coming year, you will get all this in just 2,831 rupees, including GST. At this price point, you can get all the books including Spin Selling and other books we would create. Second skill which Brian Tracy says is, building a business mindset. As I told, business is the most important thing to be rich. For that, you should know how to sell, you should know how to make a good product, you should know how to add value, and there are many such things which you should know how to make a brand. Like, I gave the example of Louis Vuitton, Zara. Why are they able to sell such expensive clothes? Because they have made a strong brand. And for making a brand, there is a very good book named Building a Story Brand, whose video book we have made, and you will get it on our platform. I could say and tell, go buy and read that book. Spin Selling book also costs thousands of rupees, and just paper format. But what we did, we took book on your behalf, read it, made a detailed summary by reading page by page so that you don't miss even a single thing, which people miss in 10 to 20 minute videos. So that you don't miss those things, that's why we have created this detailed video book that is in subscription model. Go and check it out. Once you started working on your skill set, then comes understanding things about goals and systems. And this is the third important point. Screw goals and focus on systems. These days, maximum people do these 2 mistakes while setting goals. First mistake is that they link their happiness with goals. That when I would start making 1 lakh rupees a month, then I would have fun, I would stay happy, but until they earn that thing, they stay sad. Until I get this much followers, till then I won't stay happy. And we all do this somewhere. Author calls it living in a myth. Once we get that goal, then we would be happy. Due to which, unless we achieve that goal, we keep making our life miserable. We are not able to live happily. We delay our happiness, and this is a very big mistake, according to the author. Attaching the happiness with the goals, which puts unnecessary pressure on you and would increase your chances of getting failed. That's why don't do this mistake. And second mistake, maximum people do this, they don't understand that achieving a goal brings just a momentary change in your life. That means you have to work hard to sustain that change. You set a goal that you have to clean the house, you get motivated and room the clean. Organize everything properly, you set everything properly, but if you still have those habits which make your room dirty, then after some time your room would get dirty again, due to which your happiness would get killed. And it happens. It shows that no result is permanent. No matter how hard you do, the results change. People do this mistake that they focus on goals more than process. And there is a quote related to this: the purpose of setting a goal is to win the game, the purpose of setting a system is to continue playing the game. For example, you are playing a sport. And every sport has a goal, that is to score the best. If you keep thinking about scoreboard, maybe you don't get benefit, you get unnecessary pressure, because you would be focusing on opponent and on their scores. And you enjoy the game, then automatically you would perform good without any pressure, and would win the game along with enjoying the game. Because you are enjoying the game. And this is what happened with India when India won World Cup for the first time. Kapil Dev also tells that the movie tells that they went to win, but he tells in an interview that they were enjoying the game instead of winning it. And they were enjoying it so much due to which they were able to defeat teams like West Indies without much pressure. Similarly, if you want to achieve big things, then you focus on systems instead of goals. Try to enjoy the system and automatically your all goals will get completed. You understood this, but then comes a thing which is called the opportunity cost. And this is the fourth lesson about which you should understand. Maintaining luxury things, by maintaining them not just waste your time, rather you waste so much time by buying them. Like for example, there is a person who has to buy an expensive car, Ferrari. So, he won't go and buy just Ferrari. Before that he will check cars of 10 different brands. Will compare them, would do research about them, the model, their speed, their engines, all these things. Which won't be beneficial after purchasing those facts and details, but still he would invest a lot of time for just research. It was an unrelated example. Sometimes it might have happened to you that you have to buy something, so what you do before buying that expensive thing, you do a lot of research, invest a lot of time, and when we buy that thing after so much research you don't get so much happiness, you feel like you have bought a wrong thing. It happens. But author says, if the same person, instead of doing all such research, the amount of time he is investing in all these things, the same time he could have spent on reading books and building his business, then think how much money he can make. And this is what is called understanding opportunity cost. When you are investing time on one thing, then you are putting that time on that thing, but you could invest the same time in any other thing which could have helped you to move forward. Whenever you go to do something, then take care of opportunity cost. Is it really worth me to do this, or am I wasting my time? Once you learned the skill, you started making money, you understood opportunity cost. Also along with them, there is one more important thing on which people don't focus. It is related to this point, which is save to invest. Making a lot of money and being a wealthy person, there is a huge difference between both. Sometimes people make a lot of money, but still they are not able to create wealth. Because they are wasting their money. Like, there are some people who work hard for 5 days to make a house. They are investing 5 days to make a house, but as soon as weekend comes, they start spending the money, start buying unnecessary things. It's like focusing on making a house for 5 days and then focusing on breaking a house for 2 days. And as you know, breaking a house is easier than making a house. You can break a house easily, due to which they are not able to move forward in life. Maximum people make a lot of money, but they spend that money, due to which they are not able to create the wealth. Whereas smart people learn investing money along with making money. Some people start running behind a rich lifestyle, start buying expensive clothes, expensive car, and expensive watches. They start wasting time on buying liabilities. Rather, they should focus, like the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad says, they should focus on building assets. They should invest on building passive income. After that, when the assets start giving the money, then you should use that money to buy luxury things. But before that, it is very important to build assets. There are many good books related to this, like Rich Dad Poor Dad, Richest Man in Babylon, The Psychology of Investing, The Psychology of Money. All these books can help you to learn all these things. That's it for now. If you found these things useful, then like this video, and tell in comment section on which books you want summary. Share this video with those who waste money, share it on WhatsApp with friends and family, and most importantly, if you want to keep watching such summaries for free, then do subscribe and press the bell icon. I'll keep bringing such summaries for free. But if you want detailed book summaries, chapter by chapter, then come on OVB platform, do subscribe that. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.